Hey guys, John Jr. here, bringing you guys another NCP video, this time for playoffs, round 1 against Zangoose and his Arizona Diamondboks. And we are doing a post-com, and that's because the day that we played this, I didn't feel great. I was kind of still sick, coming off of a sickness, so I did the live com regardless, and I didn't really like how it turned out. So I'm coming at you guys with a post-com, so I'm a little bit more energetic and there's a little bit more. As far as the matchup went, I think that this was the best matchup I've had in a very, very long time, and I thought it was, no offense to Zane at all, Zane's a good player, but I thought that this was going to be a very hard matchup for us to lose just because of how we matched up against him. The only mon that I could really see winning him this game was going to be Victini, and other than that, we just had a phenomenal matchup, man, we really did. So as far as our team goes, you can find the pace down below alongside Zane's channel. Be sure to check him out, be sure to check our team out as I'm talking about it. But as far as our team goes, I do have defensive Zapdos with Discharge, Heatwave, Roost, and Defog. I have Mega Altaria, which is going to be our win con with Tailwind, Return, Double Edge, and Roost, because his resist to those two moves do not exist. I have a Scarf Nidoking that it has Earthquake, Poison Jab, Ice Punch, as well as Sucker Punch for potential Flame Charge Victini, as well as potential Scarf Victini. And then we do have Earthquake and Ice Punch. With both of those moves, he does not have a switch-in on his team for. Both of those moves hit every monster super effectively, except for Beedrill, which dies to an Earthquake regardless, Ribombee, which he did not bring, and Clawitzer, which Clawitzer does not appreciate an Earthquake at all. Same thing with Swampert, Earthquake, Ice Punch, Stealth Rock, Protect with leftovers, Protect for longevity on the leftovers. Stealth Rocks do very, very nice against his team, help us with the Beedrill as well as the Victini pivoting around, and then Ice Punch plus Earthquake hits his team very, very hard. We have Primarina with dual stabs as well as Light Screen because I wanted one screen at least, and I felt like we could deal with his physical attackers a little bit better than his special. Hydreigon was a little bit scary, and so was Special Victini, so I did want the Protect, or the Light Screen to help with that, and then our last move, Protect, for the same reason as Swampert. Leftovers, Healing, and Longevity, and then Scizor is our last mon with Akaberry, because he did have a Magneton. I didn't want Shed Shell, I wanted Akaberry to help with other Pokemon just in case he didn't bring Magneton, so Shed Shell wasn't completely useless. And then I had Superpower, U-Turn, Bullet Punch, and Roost. His team did not really appreciate Bullet Punch. U-Turn for momentum when we get in on something like the Beedrill. Superpower because he had Cobalion as well as Magneton, and Roost for longevity. So again, our game plan is to get everything chipped and get in position for Mega Altaria to win the game. I think he does not have an answer to our dual stabs by any means, so once we get a Tailwind up, or not our dual stabs, both of our moves by any means, Earthquake, Return, so once we get a Tailwind up, Mega Altaria demolishes his team. Rocks are very, very nice from Swampert, so getting those up could be nice, and Nidoking could also clean late game. So as far as the lead matchup went, I figured he would probably lead Victini, or probably Victini or Hydreigon. So as far as the lead matchup went, I was stuck between two Pokemon. I was stuck between Hank Dank Tank and Tempest, and I ended up going with Tempest because I think the Zapdos matches up well against everything except Archeops, and because of that, we have a lot of switches into Archeops. We have Swampert and Nidoking, which both do not care about Archeops, and if he clicks Earthquake turn 1, he's on some real stuff right there. And then we have Scizor that can also switch in, doesn't really care too much, except he has Heatwave obviously, but we can Bullet Punch. And then we have Ocker, so that's fine. So I am going to end up leading the Zapdos here, as we do see what he ends up leading. I figured probably Archeops was the best lead on his part, but I still wanted to lead Zapdos just in case it wasn't, because Zapdos matched up pretty nicely against everything else, and he leads Victini, and this was actually probably the best lead that could have happened, because Zapdos is one Pokemon that can't get OHKO'd by Victini. It allows me to really figure out what kind of set he is. So I'm just going to go ahead and click Discharge here, try to snag a Para, because Paras are super good against his team. As he ends up clicking Blue Flare, he does not end up two-shotting, does not get the burn, which is awesome, as we are going to go for our Discharge, and we are not going to get the Para, unfortunately, but we find out a lot about that Victini. That tells me that he's probably going to be Z-Move or Choice Item. Excuse me, so I'm going to scout right here to see if he's Z-Move, because if he's Z-Move, he kills our Zapdos. So I'm going to go ahead and switch into Primarina to scout for that Z-Move, as he does end up being that Z-Move. So we already have a lot of information about this Victini, so that's really, really good. And no matter if this is Psychic or Psyshock, this should do about 55% max. We're really, really bulky Primarina this week, so we absolutely eat this no matter what. And my idea after this turn was he cannot kill us with any one move unless he has Bolt Strike and he's a mixed Victini, which would be really, really cool actually to see, and that would be the Victini that tears us up. But I really lose nothing by My voice keeps giving out. I'm so sorry. But we really lose nothing by clicking light screen here. I figure his switch into this might be Mega Beedrill, which would be really crazy. But if he thinks I'm going to overplay and click Moonblast, it would be. But if not, it's going to be Hydreigon, which he does go right into Hydreigon. I wish you guys could know how close I was to clicking Moonblast. But light screen was really a zero downside play, especially if Victini wanted to stay in. Other Pokemon could deal with Victini just as well now that we know he's special. So I was absolutely fine with this. I did want to click Protect because I thought Hydreigon had a really, really good matchup. It did not have to be choice this matchup at all. It could be choice specs, but it did not have to be. So I didn't want him to get a sub up. He is just going to go ahead and U-turn out. I clicked Moonblast. I still think this was my best play no matter what he goes into. Even if it's that Victini, Primarina can take it on behind the screen. If he went Beedrill, we have switches into that. So I'm absolutely fine with that. And that's exactly what happened. As I'm not too scared of Beedrill. I'm not. At this point in the match, I'm not. I have Scizor with BP. I have Scarf Nidoking. I have Zapdos that can take it on. I have a lot that can take it on. So I am going to go ahead and click Protect here to get some leftovers recovery to scout to see what he does, because this is a very zero downside play. There's nothing at all that he can really do to scare me. If he Swords Dances, fine. We probably let Primarina go down. We let something go down, and then we click, we go into Scarf Nidoking, or we go into Scizor with BP, but he ends up locking into, or clicking, excuse me, X Scizor. And that's very weird of a play. That's very weird of a bring, because I really expected the U-turn there. I'm not sure at all why he didn't bring U-turn, or at least click it there. I'm not sure if he brought U-turn, but I am going to go into Scizor here because it can take 2 drill runs if he does decide to go for that. It can take a U-turn very well. It can take an X Scizor very well. And Scizor is our least useful member at this point in the match. I can get in on this mon and click U-turn for absolutely free. And if he does stay in, he's not going to kill our Scizor unless he gets a drill run crit. And if he switches out like on this Clawitzer, you're going to see how much damage Clawitzer takes right here. That is almost half from a... I don't even know how much attack investment we are, but I don't even think we're that offensive. Maybe like 156 Adamant, something like that. But I am going to go ahead and go into Zapdos here. And my mindset with this, let me pause it. My mindset with this, if he's Scarf, he cannot kill us. He can never kill our Zapdos from the range that we are at. If he's Scarf, the only way he kills us is if he is Specs, and then we get a Discharge off on him. And I was expecting to kill. I was expecting to kill with the Discharge. So either he didn't kill us, he got us low, and we killed with Discharge, or he did kill us, but we got the Discharge off, so I think we killed him regardless. So we are going to go ahead and stay in here and click Discharge, but he is going to turn out to be a V, which, again, it's going to show me that, you know, he can't kill me with any one move, because Specsmod is Ice Beam can't kill from this range, but we are gonna get the para there. I'm not sure how much that mattered, because Clawitzer is a very, very slow Pokemon. I don't think it mattered at all, but he's gonna go ahead and U-turn there, probably showing that he doesn't have the Ice Beam, which is really weird to me, or expecting me to switch out as he goes into Archeops. And at this point in the match, the only purpose Zapdos has is for the Diggersby, which I think we can deal with relatively well. We have Scizor, we have Nidoking that is Scarf, we have Mega Altaria with Tailwind, we have Swampert that can take on the Diggersby very well. At this point, I think Zapdos is the most sackable mon. I very much think that his play here is to click Stealth Rocks, which this is my defogger for. So I don't want Zapdos to come in and be at like 40% HP. I want to go ahead and click Discharge as he probably clicks Rocks, as I assume he's going to be like Focus Sash, Endeavor, Rocks, Stone Edge, Heat Wave, or something like that. So I want to go ahead and take advantage of this, try to get a para, and then kill on the following turn if he is Sash. But he's going to go right up for the Stone Edge, and he's going to miss, which definitely sucks, as I am going to click Discharge, and I am going to go ahead and take out the Archeops. And that definitely sucked for him. It definitely changed how the battle was played. I still think that we could have came out on top. It's difficult to say because of, obviously we would have lost a full Zapdos, and something that's about to happen is very unfortunate. But I still think that we could have won that. We had a lot to take on that Archeops. We have a lot to take on the Diggersby. I am going to go ahead and click HP here, as if he's Scarf, he can't kill us. If he's banned, he can. But he is going to go ahead and show the frustration. He's going to be slower, and he does not KO us, as we are going to get the static off, and that's awesome. And I don't think that was a roll to kill, unless he was Silk Scarf or something that I missed. But I am going to get some leftovers recovery there. And the static didn't matter too much on the Diggersby at all, because I had Scizor with BP, I had Swampert to take it on, I had Nidoking. Like, I had a lot to take on the Diggersby. I'm going to click HP Ice and let Zapdos take out the Mon if he does get the roll. And Tempest is a beast, and we get the roll. So good job, Zapdos, who won Defensive Pokemon of the Year for NCP, by the way, with all the static pairs it's getting. And he is going to go ahead and go into Beedrill. And I thought this was really weird, because to me this is screaming he has Fell Stinger, right? And there's a couple of things wrong with this play, in my opinion. If he clicks Fell Stinger, if he's max Adamant, obviously he doesn't know my spread, but I'm not that physically defensive. I have like 108 HP, 120 defense or something like that. Like, I'm not crazy defensive on the physical side. if he clicks Felstinger here, if he's max adamant with my investment, not even a max Zapdos, it was like a 50% chance to OHKO from this range. So that alone was very scary for me as why he went why he went Beedrill. Very like why did he go Beedrill? Like that was really shocking to me. But another thing, he's risking the static pair, and he saw that Tempest was already on point with those static pairs today, so it's crazy to me that he risked this, as Beedrill does do kind of good once a couple of Mons go down, and he is going to go for the Felstinger, like I said. He is going to get that roll and take out our Zapdos, and we are going to get the static, so that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Again, this didn't matter too much. I did have Scarf Nidoking in the back. I had Scizor with BP. I don't think this mattered too much. I am going to end up going into the Nidoking because it prevents the Victini from coming in. If I went Scizor and click BP, then Victini could come in for free. I am going to go ahead and click Earthquake because I don't think he's going to switch out here. I think he's going to give me Beedrill, but also I want to cover to not let the Victini come in. If he does fear me being Scarf, I'm fine with Hydreigon coming in. I said that weird, Hydreigon. I'm fine with that coming in because we have a bunch of switches into that. We have Primarina. We can sack off Zapdos if we want, or Zapdos is dead, John. We can sack off Scizor if we want to, like. We have a lot more switches into the Hydreigon, as I am going to go ahead and go into the Scizor. If he clicks Fire Blast, we're dead, even through our Akka, but he is going to end up clicking Draco, and he does about 70 damage to us, which is absolutely fine by me, which means we have the slightest chance to live this, and I wasn't banking on that at all. I kind of expected him to switch out here and not really risk his Hydreigon, but he is going to stay in and click Draco one more time, and I'm not sure what the roll on this to kill was, but you're going to see U-Turn is a monster, as U-Turn eats that up, lives on 2 HP, and we are going to go ahead and click U-Turn, and that definitely sucked if that was a roll in his favor. That definitely did suck, because you're going to see how much damage that U-Turn does. That does so much damage, man. And he is going to show to be Citrus Berry, which to me screams I have Belch. like I think that's pretty obvious. Which once I saw that damage, at first I thought it was Tango when it popped, but obviously it wasn't. This is the free switch into Mega Altaria in my life. If I had Dragon Dance here, I just won, by the way, but I am just going to go ahead and stay in and click the Tailwind, as he is going to go ahead and be at minus 0.4 times special attack, so I lose nothing. If he does have Belch, we eat it. We absolutely eat it. There's no question about it, as he is going to go ahead and U-turn to get his what is it called? His special attack back. And I'm just going to click Tailwind. I lose nothing. I assumed he would want to go Victini, so I'm going to go ahead and click Tailwind. I lose nothing by doing that. And I'm just going to go ahead and click Return, because I don't think I really lose anything by clicking Return. And I figure maybe he'll want to go back into Hydreigon here, but he's going to make a good play and play around my Tailwind. He is going to go ahead and go into the Victini, which has a chance to die to 2 returns, by the way. I am going to go ahead and click Return and do about half, so it's looking like another return will take this Victini out, but I am just going to go ahead and click Earthquake, because I don't think he'll go Hydreigon here and risk it like that. Excuse me, as he is going to go ahead and go Clawitzer and sack that mana off, so a good play on his part. He's trying to play around the Tailwind, man, because I know he has Belch in the back. I absolutely know he has Belch in the back, but even if he does, we have, you know, Scizor, with BP that kills, we have Scarf Nidoking, Swampert can eat something from it, Primarina, like, we have a lot of outs in this game. At this point, the game is completely over, but he does go Victini here. I'm going to click Return, because I want to prove to myself that this can kill the Victini, and it lives on, like, 2, which is fine, because, you know, our Scizor did earlier, and he's going to click Flame Charge. And at first, I was like, well, that's super scary, but then I was like, what moves does he have? He has a Dual Stab, Flame Charge, and the last one's got to be Energy Ball, or Swampert Walls this. So he is going to click Side Shock. I misclicked here. If I click Tailwind, I won the game without any remorse, but I did click Return. I was spamming A, so Mega Altaria is going to pick up that KO on Victini. And at this point, I know he has Belch. I know the Belch is going to kill us. I'm fine with it. I'm not going to be a jerk and switch out. I'm going to let him get his kill, as I am just going to go ahead and click Return. He clicks Belch, and he misses. And I didn't know Belch could even miss. Like, that's just kind of salt in the wound for the rest of the game. So we are going to pick up that 5-0 dub and move on to the semifinals, to where we are going to be facing either Ollie or Ramsey. And I really hope it's Ramsey, because I really want revenge on Ramsey. Actually, no matter who we play, though, we get some revenge, but I really want revenge on Ramsey, because I lost because I was flexing, and I was like, Scizor can kill from here, and it didn't. So, anyway, back to the game. We got a lot of static pairs. I don't think any of the static pairs matter, because we did have the Scarf Nidoking, we had the Scizor. Swampert never hit the field, but he was at full HP. Like, I don't think any of the static pairs mattered. But the Stone Edge Mist definitely sucked. I am sorry about that. And the, what else was there? The Scizor living on 2. I don't know how much that mattered, because we had Scarf Nidoking plus BP Scizor. But if that did matter, I'm sorry. But I do think that Stone Edge Mist definitely sucked. But let me know what you guys thought of this match down below. Mega Altaria picking up 3, which is awesome, which is absolutely awesome. And I'll be having you guys at the semifinals next Friday. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to click that like button down below, and make sure to check out Zane down below. And for now, guys, this has been John Jr. signing off.